Welcome to the NC Spin After Spin. Additional comments from our panelists just available on our website. I want to ask each of you, what do you wish you had said on last week's show, but you didn't? Chris Fitzsimons, start with you.
Well, we talked about the state budget in some detail, and I wish I'd have had time to remind folks. Senator Lee talked about there wasn't enough in the budget for professional development for teachers. There are also teacher scholarship program to figure out how to get new teachers in the classroom. The legislature, unfortunately, eliminated the Teaching Fellows program, which is very successful. The State House wanted to start a new teaching scholarship program. That wasn't in the final budget. I think there's room in North Carolina for some sort of, I wish we could restore teaching fellows, but some sort of program to give scholarships to really bright kids to get them in the classroom. We have a teacher shortage. Enrollment at education schools are down. We need to do something about it.
All right. What do you wish you'd have said, Joe?
Well, when we started talking about teacher salaries, I said that teacher salaries aren't going to make any difference in student outcomes. I believe that's true. I don't recall any significant studies that's ever been done that shows there's a direct correlation between teacher salaries and student outcome. Student outcome in North Carolina is reflected by household income or in individual income. And we always rank in the bottom half of the state. And so the issue of salaries is really controlled by teachers and then the NCAE. And we talk about salaries, but we don't talk about outcomes. And teacher salary is not going to do one thing to improve the flow of new students out of colleges into the classrooms, and it's not going to have any direct effect on the student performance either in the South or nationwide.
Howard, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show?
Well, in talking about the budget, I'm still concerned that we are moving in a bad direction with opportunity scholarships. The amount of money that was put in the budget this year.
We're talking about the voucher program.
We talk about the voucher program. Yeah. I do strongly support vouchers for kids who are challenged and the mentally ill and so forth. But I just simply think that if we put the same effort in our public schools and work to improve the public school opportunities for the masses, we'll be a whole lot better off than trying to make it possible for a handful of kids to go to a private school.
John, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show?
Well, also on the budget, we discussed a little bit the question of how much money was put into the rainy day fund. Was it enough, too much? There are differences of opinion. The main thing I want to point out is that if you look just at the deposit into rainy day, and you add that to the current deposit in the rainy day, you get to about 7% of the general fund. But if you also include the Medicaid reserve that we've established, we're already around 8% now with this new budget, 8% of the general fund being saved in a savings account. That is a good idea. We all know a recession is coming, probably sooner rather than later, and all the people griping about how they're saving money and they're not spending it on what we want will be very happy when that money gets spent instead of people being laid off.
Well, thank you for watching the After Spin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.